take both off. And Kodrick is gonna get locked up. Golson's had enough. You're done. You gotta be careful when you mess with the Tiger's cage, young man.
Here we go, folks. We are back, baby. PEG Wrestling is here. We are back to break down the weight classes and the Big Ten championships and the top 3 finishers at each weight class, folks. But first,
we got a clip of these other teams trying to catch Penn State at the coming Big Ten championship.
oh, we have a live breaking exclusive footage of Penn State practice.
For Shamrock. Uh-oh, wait a minute, look at this! What? Shane McMahon just got stuck on a pain in the ass. See that,
Eric Stewart, that's for you.
Shout out, we got a lot of fans.
Thank you for your support, Eric Stewart.
So we're going to get right into it, folks. We're here to break down the Big Ten championships. We're going to give you the top 3 finishers at each weight class. We're going to get Wayne's prediction. We're going to get my prediction. You know, a lot of people on the feedback getting replies saying you're the expert.
Well, before we start, I'd like to say something to all these fancy-dancy college wrestlers out there that they're learning all these high-tech moves. I'm watching, how many times do I see this? Just the basic elementary stuff is skipped. It's forgotten.
Fundamentals.
Yes.
Where are the fundamentals?
Like, here's a big one. I remember
generation.
watching this interview by Quentin Wright once, and he said the thing that really turned him into a good wrestler was when he included in his routine to constantly be moving. His feet were always moving, his hands were always moving. Common sense, it's harder to hit something that's moving than it is to hit something that's still. The other thing is just,
to me.
Yeah, just the flat feet.
Well, you're not going to get away from these kids nowadays. I mean, who are you kidding?
Oh.
They skip the fundamentals right and left.
I'll tell you right now.
It's surprising anyone's doing any fundamentals now that everyone wants to be a YouTube star.
Well, yeah, the baseline defense is just completely forgotten. Oh, I'm going to dive over for a leg pass. What happened to a good old crossface? What happened to a good old Quarter Nelson yanking and cranking on that
Give him crossface in the face.
Make that guy kiss his shoulder.
Yeah.
Come
Make
on,
him
a
pay.
sprawl.
Make that boy pay for that.
You know, and Dean could learn something if he has beard again. If I have to see his flat feet one more time, it's called being up on the balls of your feet. Light feet, and you know, Beard is slick at shooting in there. And Dean better. I mean, he got in so easy and so quick. He was finishing like this on Dean. And
my goodness, what a regret. Penn State not keeping Beard. They kept Dean. Love you, Dean.
Yeah.
But Dean, it's a dream if you think you're beating Beard.
No, I'm holding out for Dean.
Come on now. Yeah, boy. He's too nice.
I mean, he's been to 2
He's living
finals.
off last year's championship.
Won one of them.
All right, folks, let's get right into it. We're going to start at the 125-pound weight class. We're going to give you the top 3 finishers and briefly discuss what's going to happen here. 125, we have some obvious stuff going to happen at number 1. We can't even argue who's going to be number 1. I know you love Spencer Lee. Tell us how much you love Spencer Lee.
All right.
That boy is a dog.
I'll tell you about Spencer Lee. Good riddance, Spencer Lee. I love Spencer Lee. He was a Pennsylvania wrestler. I'm a Pennsylvania lover. Wrestling, best wrestling in the country, Pennsylvania. Here's what Iowa does. They go set up. They get one of their cronies, Strickemeyer, or however you say his name. He sets up a club in Pittsburgh. He brings all these studs in. He had Young, he had Murin, he had Spencer, all these young guns, they call them. And they had their little plucking people out of Pennsylvania because Jody, they all love Jody. He was, hey, Iowa's pretty good. You know, you might want to give that a thought. Heck, they tried to get Jason Nolf. And luckily, Jason Nolf
coming deep in the PA. Get out! Get out! Hey, that's what the best ones do, though. But all right, let me scale you back from Spencer, dude, because we got other wrestlers to talk about. I want to talk about Cronin and Ramos. There's a clear 2 and 3 in this weight class.
Yes.
What's going to happen here?
I just like Cronin, the way he looks this year. He's my number 2. I'm going Cronin.
You're going Cronin.
Yep.
You know, the winner of this match, they have not wrestled this year, but the winner of this match is likely going to get that number 3 seed at the NCAAs. That is a big match, folks.
Yeah, that's
Who
big.
makes it to the finals
Getting
against
the other
Spencer?
side of Spencer. I will give Spencer credit where credit's due. He's obviously very good. But, I mean, you got that 125. There's a lot of others that I'm not going to call it a deep weight class. Don't get me
I
wrong.
mean, you got
It's
Dean
a lot
Peterson,
of,
you got Jack Medley.
yeah, Barnett. There's a lot
Barnett.
of tough guys there that Barnett could knock off like Ramos or. But I do like how
Let's not
Cronin
go
looks.
crazy. All right, what are your top 3 in 125 Big Ten championships?
Well, I'm going Lee, Cronin, Ramos.
Okay, well, folks, I'm gonna go Lee, I'm gonna go Ramos, and I'm gonna go Cronin.
Okay,
So we're a
All right.
little opposite there.
fair enough.
All right, folks, we're moving on to 133, the obvious dog, RBY. You can't argue him.
No,
Nah,
No.
you can't argue RBY.
I can't argue who's going to get second, though.
We got a lot to talk about behind him. We got Jesse Mendez. We got Lucas Bird. We got
Yes,
Ragusin.
that's right.
What's going to...
Ragusin's tough, but to me, it's between Mendez and Bird. Mendez beat Bird at the beginning of the year. It was a close match.
Mendez likely going to be the number 2 seed
Yes.
because of that win.
I think Bird will end up being 3rd seed. I'm going Bird as
Wow.
the winner there. RBY, Bird, Mendez for me.
Wow.
I think Bird beats Mendez. Bird seems to step it up at the last year. You remember last year at our fantasy, I picked Bird.
Yeah.
And I remember that fantasy draft. All you fantasy out there laughing at me. No one was laughing afterwards, were they? Old Bird, huh?
Well, I mean, that was last year. That was last year. And since then, Mendez beat him 3-2. I tell you this, I am not so high on Bird. I'm going RBY, I'm going Mendez, and I'm going Ragusin.
Oh.
I think we're going to see something special there.
You ever notice Bird when he's got his glasses on? He kind of looks like
Bird the nerd.
he looks like a bookworm, kind of. Like that's a
Bird the
wrestler?
bookworm
That's a
nerd.
wrestler? And then you see him on the mat and the dude's mean. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, a lot to work through in that weight class. All right, folks, we're moving on. We're going to talk about 141, the real deal. Woods coming in. That boy has only gotten better this year. Anything to mention on him?
Well, credit where credit's due. He beat who's in front of him. He's 13-0. But I want to see him against, quite frankly, if you're asking me, I think Hardy gives him a fit their next match.
Well, here's the thing. Is Hardy going to, because, I mean, it's what? It's going to be Bartlett, Hardy, 2 and 3. They're going to meet in the semis. They have not met in the regular season.
Yeah.
Is Hardy even going to get that chance?
I hope not. But I'm trying to pick without a bias here. And Hardy did have a loss or 2 there towards the end of the year, made us scratch our heads. But I think Hardy's going to beat Bartlett because Bartlett won't open it up enough. Bo, I love you. You got to open it up, dude. Open it up.
Open it up, Bo. I tell you who, I'm counting on that kale sauce, baby.
Yes.
And
I
Hartley,
keep forgetting about that.
I'm still got questions on Hartley at the end of the year. What are your top 3 before I give mine?
I'm going Woods, Hardy, Bartlett.
Woods, Hardy, Bartlett.
What?
I'm hard on picking Hardy. I'm going Woods, Bartlett, Berglund.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
That's right. I don't
Okay.
think Hardy. I think something's
What
going
do
on
you
with
think?
Hardy. dude.
Okay, what's the score between Woods and Bartlett this time? It's 4-1 last time.
I'm gonna think Bartlett makes some progress. I'm gonna go 4-2.
Oh, wow. 1 point progress. 1 point.
Come on, he ain't gonna beat
All right.
Real Woods. Get out of here. Get out of here. Well, you think he has a chance to beat Real Woods?
Well, I hope not. The way the Iowa shelled out money, this Wild West NIL deal that's going on, and they're just shelling out. Last year they did the same thing. What's his face? Who's the 33-pound? DeSanto and Ironman shelling out money. I seen a commercial where Morningstar, the assistant coach, came on and he was begging all the Iowa people for more money. I mean, they're over there building that new facility and stuff. And then we can't forget all the money we're shelling out for the Woods and the Teskies and them poor people in Iowa. They have to buy Big Top ice cream. They can't even get the good stuff. Briars with the little specks in the vanilla. You know them little specks? No, can't get that anymore. I got to get that Big Top because I'm giving all my money to the wrestlers.
Well, them Pennsylvania wrestlers are expensive. Them Pennsylvania wrestlers are expensive, folks.
Well,
Can't get them cheap. Because Penn State's also paying. Are they? I don't know.
No,
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, we're just going to Penn State.
But I will say, good job NCAA sending out the NIL deal, which we all wanted the kids to make some money. But no restrictions, no guidelines. Like I said, it's the Wild West. So you know there's some shady stuff going on in the back room.
Well, I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, hey.
I don't know. I don't even want to know what's going on in the background.
Real, come over here. Yeah, sure. The schooling taken care of. NIL.
I want to know what real.
Do you need a car? Do you need a car?
What are his grades?
I don't know.
4.0?
Well, he came from Stanford. He's a smart dude.
Okay. Well, what? That doesn't sound like a smart decision.
Stanford. I thought Penn State had him.
Huskers. Come on now.
I can't say anything because, for the record, Penn State had a transfer that helped them win a title. Back in 2011, they had Andrew Long come in. Andrew Long gets third, and they needed that to win the title. Now, you could say, well, what about Dean last year? We didn't need Dean. We had Beard, and Beard, who knows, Beard might have won if he wrestled last year, or at least get top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
And they won by a lot of points, so...
All right, we got to move on. We got to move on here. We're talking now 149 pounds. 149 pounds, folks. There's clearly two. Austin Gomez, Sammy Sasso.
Yeah, the big question is Austin Gomez.
What's going on with him? How healthy is he?
Yeah, he hurt the knee. Quite frankly, I think he hurt the knee against...
Yaya.
No, I think he hurt it against Van Ness. And then re-hurt it against Yaya. But I could be wrong there. But obviously the last time he hurt it against Yaya, hasn't wrestled since. So we don't even know if he'll finish the Big Ten tournament. He may just wrestle a time or two to get in and then heal up more. I hope he's healed. And if he's not, hold off and get healed. Because I do want to see a healthy Gomez and a Yanni again.
I mean, basically, this division is this weight class is based on the health of Gomez. I mean, how do you pick it? You don't, you know.
Well, to me, you asking my top 3. I'm going Sasso, who looks so incredibly good this year. I'm going him first. I'll go Gomez second because Gomez makes me nervous over this injury, and probably third, Yaya.
I don't think Gomez is winning it. I'm not even sure he finishes. I'm going to go Sasso. I'm going to go Yaya, and then Gomez at third. Max Murin?
While you're pondering over there, can I bring something up?
Yeah.
This set of yours, this whole set, look with this low table. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see that. Can't we have something a little higher where I'm sitting like this? They're not staring at my big gut. And you're going to say, well, why don't you lose weight, Dad? Go ahead, say it.
Well, I can lose some weight.
Well, I am taking them gummy bears I've told you guys about. It ain't working. Well, another fraud. Yeah, I got to lose some weight.
All right. I got to go Gomez third. You just don't know. He's too good. He's too good.
Yes,
All right, I'm going Sasso, Yaya, Gomez. Final. All right, moving on, folks.
Just before you move on, Murin and Van Ness may meet in the quarters. Who you picking there?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go Mirren. Yeah.
You know what? I've been waiting all year for Van Ness to make that statement win.
Just not seeing it.
I'm picking it right
Wow.
there. Van Ness over Murin. Bam.
All right, 157, folks.
Oh,
There's
fine
one
one.
favorite.
I'll find one.
There's one favorite, or maybe, and then a lot of dogs. There's a lot of
Yeah,
dogs. We
there's-
got Peyton Robb, but then we have the likes of Kendall Coleman, Levi Haynes, Mike Carr, Chase Saldate. I don't know. Cole Seabrick, Will Lewan.
Yeah.
Lot will depend on seeding. We don't know seeding yet.
Seabrick, yeah. There's a lot of studs there. By the way, Seabrick, did we all notice that last match? Seabrick had the shoulder harness on. He didn't have that on the previous match. And the other thing is, every match he's going for the big throws. He didn't go for any throws that match. Now, you know, and I know, when you have a shoulder injury, ain't no 2 weeks
No.
going to heal that up.
No.
So I think that's a big news that's really nobody's covered is Seabrick. I gave him a real solid chance of getting a 7th or 8th. I don't
Out.
think I'm giving him
Out.
anymore.
It's gone.
If that shoulder's hurting,
He was borderline anyway. Now he's injured. He already lost to Levi Haynes this year. Mike Carr. Yeah, I mean, Seabrick's out. Who is in?
well, I'll tell you who's in for me. Levi Haynes is going to win this, folks. Levi Haynes is going to knock off number 23
Levi the Dog Haynes. Let's go, baby.
23-0. Rob's going down.
Wow.
Going
Wow, that's
down.
bold prediction.
Going down.
That is bold prediction. Who's your 2 and 3?
Well, I'll go Rob 2, and this really gets tough for 3.
Oh, yeah.
Lewan, you just made me mad too many times. Wait until the 3rd period overtime to finally get that great shot of yours out. I'm not picking you. I'm going Coleman. Going Coleman for 3rd.
You're going Coleman for 3rd.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to make the obvious choice. Although, I'm all about Levi that dog. I got to go Rob. He's just, he can't be there yet.
Yes,
He
he's there.
cannot be there.
He's there.
Love you, Levi. You cannot be there quite yet.
Oh.
Boy, you're just too young. Peyton Robb 1, Levi 2, and I agree, Kendall Coleman. Kendall Coleman coming in at 3.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to 165 pounds.
Alrighty.
It's a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
It's a mess because this guy beat that guy beat this guy beat that guy. It's like 4 of them. Any one of them could get the top seed. We were talking a little earlier. We kind of think that Amin will end up getting the top seed because of what he did last year. So
I'm not sure why they take that into consideration, but yep.
well, the thing is depending on how they're seeded is how like it's tough. We could be picking. I'm going to pick Hamidi over Kennedy in the finals. They may be on both the same side.
Yeah.
So we're picking without seeing the brackets.
Yeah.
But I am. I'm going Hamidi 1. Kennedy's looked strong. He just has. You can't deny it. I think the confidence he's gained, the momentum he's got going. I'm going Kennedy 2. And then I guess Amin 3. Of course,
Wow.
Harchela and Facundo's in there too. That's going to be a fun wait to watch.
I mean, Amin can beat anyone.
Yeah.
I am going to go
Yeah.
Amin first. I'm going to
true.
assume he's getting that number 1 seed. I'm going Amin, and then I'll go Hamidi. And then, Kennedy, although he's looked good, come on, dude. How? Desire will show up in big matches. I'm going for Kondo! Kondo coming in at 3rd. That's what I'm talking about.
Boy.
That's what I'm talking about. Moving on, 174 pounds. We got an obvious choice at number 1.
Well, this is going to be a war. We got 16-0 Strachey against 24-0 Labriola. We got a war about to happen. And, yeah, Strachey's beaten him the last how many times? Yeah, I think the one time he was 6-1. He beat him. What was the other time? It was like 3-1 or something like that. Labs loves them leg passes and the scrambles. And Strachey's really doesn't allow him to get into that.
No.
So I'm obviously going Strachey, and then I'll go Labriola. But my third place will...
Third place is kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Nelson Brands there. We have Ed Ruth.
That's
we
true.
have Ethan Smith.
I'm going Ethan Smith.
You're going Ethan Smith.
I'm going Ethan Smith.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I think he's that much better. Nelson is so tough to score on, but can he score? And
Well, that makes sense. I'm going to go Strachey, Labriola. I'm going to go Nelson Brands. What I saw, I think Nelson Brands had close matches, close loss. Last week, he broke through. Close win.
yeah,
And he's just there every time. Not to mention his dad, or uncle, Tom Brands. You heard of him? All right, 184, folks.
okay.
Aaron Brooks,
Yes.
book it, right?
Bucket.
Book it.
Romero, 2.
Romero, too, book it?
Yep. And then, well, I don't know about that. Pinto.
I mean, Pinto's there.
Is tough.
Abe Assad.
Abe Assad's tough. But I'm going Brooks, Romero, and then I'm going to go Pinto in a barn burner over Assad.
I will go the opposite. I think Assad, Iowa, the coaching. I'm going to go Brooks. I'm going to go Romero. Coming in the third, I will go Assad. Any intriguing matchups you're looking forward to?
I mean, I love watching Pinto. He lets her fly. So, of course, Assad
That
looked
potential
good.
Pinto-Romero matchup.
Yeah, that's true.
Has that happened before?
I have to get my wrestling stat out to see.
All right.
Maybe we should have like computers sitting.
Yeah, we probably should.
That's what I could do. A computer. The screen come up to about right here. Perfect.
Damn. Cover your stomach up. There you going.
Yeah. Or I could just do some sit-ups. Could do that. All right.
All right, let's talk about 197. Okay. Max defending champ Dean.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you who just impresses me to no end. And to me, he's a dark horse. By the way, I'm giving all my secrets away for this year's draft,
Yep.
for this year's fantasy. So if I don't win it this year, by the way, I won 4 out of 5 years or something like that. What something?
No one's keeping track of you.
If I don't win this year, you fantasy nerds out there, yeah, I just gave you all my knowledge. So, no.
All right, what do you
But
think's going to happen in 197?
Dark horses, all red. All red. In fact, I'm hoping I can pick him in a later round because he has gotten better and better and better. Do I think he'll beat Dean? I don't know, man. I need something to wake Dean up to get him over that hump to be able to repeat. I'm going all red over Dean.
Wow.
And I'm going Warner for third.
And Warner for third. Okay.
That is risky. That's gutsy. Max, I love you. I believe in you. And I can't believe I just said what I said. But
All right, I think this is Dean's last defense. He's not doing it in Nationals. He's going to win this Big Ten, go out on top in the Big Ten. Allred going to come in at third. And Warner, I think he's going to fluff out. I'm going Bernagle. Zach
Ooh.
Bernagle.
yeah.
Illinois, baby, coming in at third
Yeah.
in this Big Ten tournament. There's going to be some upsets.
Beat 'em once.
There's going to be some upsets. And finally, the big dogs. We got to talk about heavyweight.
Yeah.
We have a matchup coming, folks.
Yes.
Or will we get there? Are we sure we're going to get that Paris Kirk Levine matchup?
No, we're not sure.
We are not
We
sure.
are
Why?
not sure. Davidson about beat Paris this year. And he about beat Cassiope this year. Davidson is a scary dude from Northwestern. And it looks like he'll probably be the 4 seed. So Paris has to get
4
by
seed.
him just to get to the final.
Yikes. What
I
a
would
bad
not be-
break for Paris.
I would not be shocked to see Davidson in the finals. Everybody's saying Paris, he's put distance on everyone. And Paris is Paris does look good this year. He does. But I'm telling you, that Davidson impresses me, and that's a real threat.
I mean, we got 4 big dogs: Paris, Kirk Levitt, Davidson, and Cassiope.
Yeah.
Could go any way. The seeding is going to matter here.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, we want that Paris Kirk Levitt matchup, but inevitably, is that what we're going to get?
Yeah. I'm going to say yes, but I just wouldn't be surprised. And I'm calling it Kirk Levitt. Paris hasn't beaten Kirk Levitt in a couple of years. And he said, what are you talking about? He just beat, Kirk Levitt beat Kirk Levitt just this last match, this regular season. And last year, Kirk Levitt beat Paris 3 times. Kirk Levitt will have everything in order. Kirk Levitt will win that match and then go on and win nationals.
Wow. Well, I cannot deny what I just saw a couple weeks ago. I'm going Paris 1. These boys going to do it again. That boy is a NFL linebacker, if you ask me.
Wow.
Kirk Levitt 2, and I'm just Davidson. Okay, well, close is it only matters in
I'm going Davidson
horseshoes
third.
and grenades.
I'm going Davidson over Cassiope for that 3rd spot.
I'm going Cassiope 3rd. I'm going Paris, Kirk Levitt, Cassiope. Any final thoughts on the Big Ten tournament?
Nobody touches Penn State. That's a final thought.
Nobody's going to touch
And
Penn State.
this is where
we saw them practicing earlier.
This is where they can touch them, and it has happened multiple times over this 12-year dynasty where they lose Big Tens and go on and win nationals. And Penn State's kind of notorious for losing at the Big Tens, and that same wrestler coming back and flipping the script at nationals.
We have seen
and
that many
somehow,
times.
At some point, you after it's been happening for 12 straight years, like I said, we can't call it fluky anymore.
No.
This is a system. So I don't know what to expect.
The kale sauce.
The kale sauce, yeah.
The kale sauce. All right, that's enough on Big Ten. Any other conference championship matchups you kind of want to touch on?
Well,
take it and run, baby.
I don't know how far we got here.
Caro,
I'm interested in seeing Alirez and Swartz.
Yep.
I am interested in that. Swartz is 19-3 from Oklahoma. And Alirez is just kind of blowing everybody out of the water. Even me. I have Alirez here, I have Woods here, and I have everybody else there. Is that right? This might be an indicator. Of course, we got the big one, Carr and O'Toole 2 coming.
Yeah.
And also the Mahler.
Let's verify your pick, that matchup. Who are you picking?
I'm saying O'Toole wins the second one, Carr wins the third one.
Okay.
Mahler and Panera Johnson go at it again. That was a fun match to see.
Who's going to win that matchup?
Well, Mahler pinned Johnson in overtime. But believe me, Johnson's stock didn't drop 1 ounce after watching that match. He wrestled well. So I'm going Johnson over that. Keckeisen against Marcus Coleman. Please, Keckeisen, beat him, please. Because I want Marcus Coleman, the 4 seed, because we got some unfinished business between him and Brooks.
That's right.
Coming up. And I want that to happen in the semifinals. Folks.
All right, we have a lot. We got some big matchups coming up this weekend, folks. We're looking forward to the Big Ten championships.
This is BET Wrestling. We'll be back